really bad migraine earlier, which caused me to vomit. But when I did, it was very hard, like it hurt a lot. And then when I stood up, I think I either pulled a muscle in between my ribs or cracked a rib or dislocated a rib. I'm not really sure, but it's like the middle of my chest, like right there. And every type of movement hurts. Really hate these fragile human bodies, and it limits you quite a bit, with what you can do, and if you go over that, which you can do, you get hurt. So pain goes from my eye and my teeth to my chest. That's awesome. Sooner or later, humanity is going to come to the conclusion that democracy has and always will be a lie. Like a straight up lie. And it's the excuse they use to point the finger at the other side when there's a problem, and giving you hope for the next election that the other side will win to fix the problem. And it goes vice versa, back and forth, every single time. And you never get to pick the people that are going for election. You only get to pick the people who are running in the election. So it's clearly a lie, right? Clearly. And the whole Second World War, well, aside from, completing the destruction of all history of Tartaria, it was also to, I guess you'd say, for one, create Israel and put all the fake Jews there. But I think the main reason of the Second World War, like they tell you, okay, I'm Canadian, right? Not by choice, I was born here. They teach you in high school history class that the First and Second World Wars were for democracy, to bring democracy to Germany and all the other countries involved, which was all bullshit. Because when you see what democracy is here in Canada and in the States, right, it's not real. It's like very apparent that it's not real, right? So when you think about how did things change in the past when people found out, hey, we're being lied to by our system of things. We're being lied to by our monarchies, by our judicial system. We're being lied to and manipulated, and there's nothing we could do to stop it, right? Well, when this happened in France way back in the day, the people were so poor and taxed so heavily that they couldn't feed their children anymore. So they banded together and they stormed the castle. They killed all the king's horses and all the king's men, and then they killed the king. Okay? And the queen. The queen is actually the one you see when you look at the Statue of Liberty. That was the Whore of Babylon back in the day in France, you see. They turned it into a goddess, right? It's the goddess of liberty, which is not a real thing. Liberty is a complete made-up state of being, okay? It's literally a god for slaves. You can look at it that way. But my point is okay, so that happened, right? and change things a little bit for a little while, you know. And it's like, well, what's the other option? You know what I mean? Like here in Canada, our Prime Minister has, you know, pretty much, they rigged the election just like they did with the last one in the States, right? Nobody wanted Justin Trudeau to get elected again, but somehow he got elected again, right? Now I get it, human beings like to blame the person in charge. That's why they have prime ministers and presidents, so you can point the finger when there's a problem, right? You never get to see them in real life, you never get to touch these people, see if they're actually real, nothing. You just gotta pretty much have faith that these things are actually happening, that are being shown to you through the Black Mirror. So it's like, well, so what's your option then? If you're like stuck, right? You're stuck in a position where your government has turned on you and your family. The government is securing their future by destroying yours and everyone you know, right? At what point are humans going to wake up and be like, you know what? The only way to stop this is to go in and literally start a war with our government, right? Like first take out all the police, and then once they're all gone, find out a way to take out the military. And once they're all gone, find a way to figure out where all these people are that work in the government and murder them and their family, right? That's the only way to stop it. This is what they've done every single time in the past, okay? When there's an unjust regime, which is like what's here in Canada, a Nazi regime, that's what it's turned into. Look at the fucking state of affairs. The only way to stop it is to kill the fucking people in charge.
Chaos Ray.